morning students. How are you all? Welcome to your SST class. As usual, today again I am here with you with a new story. The story of a new king. Earlier you have learned about Gupta dynasty and the different rulers of Gupta dynasty, right? And today we are proceeding ahead after Gupta dynasty. What happened? Are you curious to know about this? Of course. So let's begin. Now we are moving further to Vardhaman dynasty. You know that after the fall of Gupta Empire, the whole India was divided into small kingdoms. And in the meantime, Vardhaman dynasty started arising. And the first king of Vardhaman dynasty was Prabhakar Vardhana. Prabhakar Vardhana. Right? He had two sons. उनके दो बेटे थे, राज्यवर्धना and हर्षवर्धना. Prabhakar Vardhana was very powerful king. He conquered many places and established a large kingdom. He ruled from 580 CE to 600 CE. You may underline this line. Okay. After the death of Prabhakar Vardhana, his elder son Rajyavardhana came to the throne. Rajyavardhana was deceived by Bengal king Shashank and Shashank killed him brutally. So after the death of Rajyavardhana, his younger brother Harshvardhana came to the throne. At that time, Harshvardhana was only 16 years old. So from where we get the information about all this? Some of the things. See, the sources from where we get the information about Harshvardhana is contemporary inscriptions. Contemporary means for meantime, at that time. उस टाइम की लिखी हुई इंस्क्रिप्शंस, तब के कॉइन्स एंड सम रॉक एडिक्ट्स. ट्रेवल अकाउंट ऑफ ह्यून सैंग, चाइनीज ट्रेवलर हुआ ह्यून सैंग. उन्होंने जो कुछ भी लिखा अपनी बुक में, फ्रॉम दैट वी गेट द इंफॉर्मेशन, राइट. एंड ड्यूरिंग द reign of Harshvardhana, there was a very famous poet, Banbhatta. He wrote a book, Harshcharita. Okay. From this book, we come to know about the life history of Harshvardhana. In spite of this, Harshvardhana had also written 3 books, Priyadarshika, Ratnavali, Agnanda. From these books also we get the information about the life history of Harshvardhana. Harshvardhana ruled from 606 CE to 647 CE. Means for a long time he remained the king of Vardhaman dynasty. He had a large empire and his empire included Punjab, Haryana, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar and Odisha. Right? But he also wanted to capture the southern kingdoms also. जैसे ही उन्होंने अपनी आर्मी के साथ फॉरवर्ड किया, नर्मदा नदी के पार लड़ाइयां लड़ी, but he failed in it. He couldn't conquer these territories. Pulkeshin II, the southern kingdom's king, he was very powerful king. He defeated Harshvardhana. Harshvardhana couldn't succeed here. He couldn't capture these kingdoms, southern kingdoms. Now let's have a look on the administration system of Harsha. कि हर्षा का एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन सिस्टम कैसा था? The administration system of Harsha was quite similar to Gupta's. जैसे गुप्ता डायनेस्टी का एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन सिस्टम था, वैसा ही हर्षा का भी था, राइट? तो उसमें बहुत सारी सिमिलैरिटीज हैं. लाइक किंग वॉज ऑल पावरफुल, किंग के पास सारी पावर्स थी. He used to solve all the cases He was the head of civil administration and judiciary. Okay, and he was the commander-in-chief of army. He had council of ministers, means many ministers, to assist him and to advise him. Kingdom was also divided into small provinces which were known as Bhuktis, जैसे कि गुप्तास में भी था. But के हर्षवर्धना was very benevolent ruler. Benevolent ruler means दूसरों को प्यार करने वाला, दूसरों की परवाह करने वाला. Our loving king. He loved his people very much and he cared about them. For their progress, he had built many temples, dharmshalas, he opened many schools, and in his reign, Nalanda University granted the income from 200 villages. Nalanda University को, which is in Bihar, वो यूनिवर्सिटी को बहुत ज़्यादा इनकम मिलती थी. किसके द्वारा? हर्षा के द्वारा दी जाती थी. So that नालंदा यूनिवर्सिटी की मेंटेनेंस एंड डेवलपमेंट प्रॉपर तरीके से हो सके एंड पीपल गेट गुड एजुकेशन ओवर देयर. लेट्स हैव अ लुक ऑन व्हिच रिलीजन दे यूज्ड टू फॉलो इन दैट पीरियड. हर्षा वाज अ डिवोटी ऑफ शिवा एंड ही यूज्ड टू वर्शिप सूर्य आल्सो. एंड उसके अलावा वैष्णविज्म एंड शैनिज्म रिलीजन्स वर प्रिवेलिंग एट दैट टाइम. इवन हिंदुइज्म वाज देयर. Means people used to follow different type of religions and Harsha respected all the religions. And Harsha used to organize a huge conference after every 5 years at Prayag, at Allahabad, where गंगा, जमुना एंड सरस्वती का संगम होता है. वहां पे एक वो हर्षा एक बड़ी सारी कॉन्फ्रेंस करता था, लोगों का इकट्ठ करता था. एंड उस कॉन्फ्रेंस में ही यूज टू डोनेट हिज थिंग्स व्हाट ही हैव अर्नड इन दोज 5 years. उन 5 सालों में उसने जो इकट्ठा किया होता था, जो उसको इनकम होती थी, वो अपने कपड़े, अपने ज्वेलरी एंड अदर सो मैनी थिंग्स विच आर रिक्वायर्ड बाय द पीपल, ही यूज टू डोनेट टू द needy ones and to the poor people. And this conference is repeated after every 5 years at Magh Mela at Prayag. Let's see the social condition in the Harsha period. The society was divided into Varna systems, likewise others, जैसे कि Brahmanism, Kshatriyas, Shudras, Vaishyas. Among them, Shudras' condition was not good in the society. They were considered as the lowest caste. The rest of the people had a good position in the society and they led a pious life. Pious means religious life. And they all lived harmoniously. So what do people do to get the income? The economy at that time was well developed and people were prosperous and happy. लोग खुश थे and उनकी economic condition भी अच्छी थी. They had agriculture work. The main occupation of those people were agriculture and they had a good income from the agriculture. Trade was well developed. Foreign trade was and internal trade, both trades were well developed. And people have to pay 1/6 part of their income to the king. अपनी इनकम का 1/6 पार्ट उनको राजे को एज अ टैक्स देना पड़ता था. हाँ जी बेटा, नालंदा यूनिवर्सिटी की इस पीरियड में बहुत ज्यादा डेवलपमेंट हुई है बिकॉज हर्षा लव्ड एजुकेशन एंड टू प्रमोट एजुकेशन उन्होंने नालंदा यूनिवर्सिटी की डेवलपमेंट के लिए बहुत सारे फंड्स दिए. एंड 200 विलेजेस से जो इनकम इकट्ठी होती थी वो सारी की सारी वो नालंदा यूनिवर्सिटी को दान कर देते थे फॉर इट्स डेवलपमेंट एंड मेंटेनेंस. नालंदा यूनिवर्सिटी एज आई टोल्ड यू अर्लियर इट इज इन बिहार, पटना बिहार में है. एंड at that time also students from other countries come here to study. So it was an international center of learning and it had a very large library inside where students can sit and read the books. So Harsha died in 647 CE. After his death, the Vardhaman dynasty came to an end. After that, again India divided into small kingdoms. This was the whole story of Harshvardhana, about the period of Harshvardhana. So students, I think you get it all. Thank you. Bye-bye.